Hi, this is Vinod Kumar Mishra, Head and Assistant Librarian, Biju Patnaik Central Library, NIT Rourkela. Through this video, I will try to demonstrate how to do effective settings and similarity check through Turnitin software. So this is Turnitin homepage and its URL is turnitin.com. And to do similarity checking with this software, we should have one Turnitin account that may be provided by your institutes. So here I will log into my account. And this is the very first page of Turnitin. I have already created these 4 classes, and to demonstrate here I will create one more class. So add class button, and here 5-6 options you can see. Generally we will select the standard. Class name I will define here similarity check. Enrollment key I may give to 131074, anything which you can remember. And subject obviously it's engineering. Students level, basically Turnitin provide these 4 labels, but I don't think there is any effect of this one. You may select here career and technical, and this is a class end date. Actually why this is a concept of class, basically suppose you are instructor of a class BTech 4th year students, so and you are assigning some assignment, so you can actually create, there is provision in the Turnitin that you can create a class, name it, and through this enrollment key you can invite your students to deposit the assignments, the projects, whatever you have given in this particular class. So later on Turnitin will verify, do the similarity check of all those assignments, works which you have given, and on that basis you can give them marks, scores, etc. So this is the concept of class in a Turnitin, but our intention is to just do similarity check of our articles or thesis. So, and that's why it is given here class end date. So till which date they can able to submit their work assignments. So now I can submit here the button. So now you can see here it is indicating class created. Congratulations, you have just created the new class similarity check. If you would like student to enroll themselves in this class, they will need both the enrollment key you have chosen and the unique class ID generated by Turnitin. So this is the unique class ID, and this is enrollment key, and this class ID, if you forgot, you can see the very first is a class ID here. So this is actually if you wanted to invite the student to deposit all the work assignment, then you need to give these 2 ID to the students. And in next steps you will see that Turnitin is having a good option, and each option has been all very well explained, and you can very easily understand the meaning and how to execute or get the work through these options. Press here continue button. So now similarity check, one class has been created, and in case of any mistake you can do setting again, edit this one, and you can delete this one also. Statistic is here, view class stats, and now I have to create assignment. Without that we cannot submit articles or thesis. So now we landed onto this page, there is no assignment. So about this page, this is your class home page, and click the add assignment button to add an assignment to your class home page. So I will click here. It may take time depending upon your internet speed. Now assignment title. So there is a question mark above each option. You can just put your mouse and see the detail. Enter the title of the assignment that your students will see in their assignment list for the class. So I will simply choose here articles and thesis. I wanted to, through this class assignment, I wanted to just check the articles and thesis. So I have given the name here, articles and thesis. And this start date is this 14 August and this is the end date. You can change this one, but it may later on you can modify also. And obviously allow only file type that Turnitin can check for similarity. And this is the optional settings, but it is most important. Any instructions if you wanted to give, you can write here. Allow submission after the due date, no. Yes, obviously if you don't want your student to deposit the work assignment after this date, you can select no, or even if yes, then you can choose the yes. Similarity report, generate similarity report for submissions. Yeah, of course. This setting allows the instructor to choose whether similarity reports are generated for the submission to this assignment. Once the student submit the assignment, as and when you submit, just upload your article or thesis, it will generate the similarity report. So yes, yes. And generate similarity report for student submission. Immediately, there are three options. Immediately, first report is final. Immediately can overwrite report until due date or on due date. What's the actual difference is that immediately, the first option means first report is final. Students can submit once to the assignment and a similarity report will be produced immediately. So only one time they can submit and similarity report will be displayed. Next, immediately can overwrite reports until due date. So here what is the difference is that students or you will have opportunity to submit multiple times the same article or thesis, and in a day within a 24 hours you can 3 times you can deposit and your reports can be displayed by overwriting the previous reports. So this is another option. And on due date, a similarity report will be generated after the due date of the assignment has passed. So simultaneously instructor can see the report after the due date. So second, I will select here exclude bibliographic material from similarity index for all paper in this assignment as per institute policy, and in general there is a policy that bibliographic material should be excluded, so it's a yes. And then exclude quoted material from similarity index for the paper in this assignment. So in general the rule is quoted materials can be excluded, so it's yes. Exclude small sources. Here this setting allows the instructor to choose to exclude sources that are not of sufficient length determined by the instructor from being considered when generating similar reports. The setting can be overridden in individual similarity report. So let's see, if I will click here yes, it gives two options. So you can exclude the matching resources by word count or by percentage. So I will choose here no, because as it is clearly indicating that you can override this setting at the time of checking your individual articles. Further, I will decide this option at the time of checking the similarity. So here is, I will select no. Allow students to see similarity report. Yes, student can see the similarity report. And here submit paper to no repository. Here is 4 important options. You should know each thing. Don't get confused what it is actually. If you select the standard paper repository, what will happen? Turnitin, once you upload your article or thesis on Turnitin, it will, even after deletion, it will actually store one copy in their repository. So later, if anybody check, even yourself will check your same article, it may show you 100%, 80%, something like that, because it will verify with the already existing standard paper repository. So generally we should not select this one, but there may be a relevance that suppose someone is working on the same topic somewhere and they are also checking the their similarity in the Turnitin, and if you are the person written something on this particular topic previously and you have actually uploaded this one and save one copy in a standard paper repository, so the other person when check the Turnitin report, he or she will find that something is matching with his or her article with already existing standard paper repository contents. So it will actually protect your intellectual property, and you can claim that you have written it previous than any other authors through the. So there is a relevance of this particular option. And institute paper repository, it means for Turnitin, I guess Turnitin create one institutional paper repository, means specifically for a particular institute who has subscribed the Turnitin. So whenever you will deposit your article, it will only deposit a copy inside your institutional paper repository. So this is another option. Student choice of repository means at the time of submission of article, uploading of article over Turnitin, it will give you these two options. If you will choose student's choice of repository, then at the time of uploading the paper for similarity check, it will ask you whether you wanted to deposit your article on standard paper repository or institutional paper repository. This is the difference. So now here I will just simply check no repository. I don't want my paper to be deposited, permanently stored in the Turnitin. However, in case by mistake, if it has been configured in that way and your article has been stored, then your Turnitin administration can able to remove that particular article, but you have to remember that article ID at the time of submission, uploading on the Turnitin. So here the search options, obviously these four: student paper repository, institution paper repository, current and archive, internet, periodical, journal and publications. So Turnitin will cross verify, check for the similarity through these four resources. Student paper repository already described, what are the papers submitted, deposited, stored in a Turnitin, that will be verified with that one also. This institutional paper repository, and this is a current and archive, internet sources, periodical, journals and other publications. So if you will deselect any one of them, definitely your report similarity index will be very minimum, but we have to check our similarity index through all these sources. So we will select all by default. Here recently Turnitin has enabled one grammar checking option, so you can select this one yes or no depending upon your requirement. If you will select yes, it will ask for several, for high school level, middle school level, elementary level, English learners, like that, advanced. So these are the 4-5 options: UK English or US English, spellings, grammar, uses, mechanic, style. These options you can select. For time being, I wanted to deselect it, so I will select, tick on no and then submit. Now my settings have been configured and I will show you again. This is similarity check. One class I have created. Within that class I have created one article and thesis assignment, and within this I wanted to upload my article or thesis for duplicate check, similarity index, or sometimes what we call it as a plagiarism. But technically speaking, plagiarism, any of the software doesn't check plagiarism, it just check actually similarity. So to submit, to upload, you need to click on view button, and here is the option submit file. So it asks for enrolled students. No, I don't bother about the students. So similarly, first name, second name, last name, and then submission title. So I will select here. I will upload these resources for demonstration purpose. This is actually MTech thesis. So this is title. Simply I will copy here and this is name of author is Raja Raut. So Raja Raut, and this is choose from computer. There is 3 options: choose from Dropbox, choose from Google Drive. So these sources you can upload. I will choose here from my computer. Upload. Now this is a big file, more than 100 or 150 pages. So depending upon the file size, it will take time, and once it is uploaded, it will display you here one thumbnail image, and then you can confirm this one. You can see that it indicates you must click confirm to complete your upload. Your preview is taking longer than expected to generate. Your full digital receipt and file will appear in your account within a few hours. It's not hour, but it will take only few minutes. So confirm. Now you can see the detail. The file size is unknown because still it could not able to upload this one, but submission ID is given. So I will simply go to assignment inbox, and now it has been uploaded, but result similarity, it is still not showing similarity because it will again take time, because it is cross verifying, it is checking duplicate with a huge number of resources within that Turnitin server. So it will take time. You can just refresh the pages. Okay, I will submit another file with name, suppose my own article, Vinod Kumar Mishra, and article is Word file PDF. You can submit. Migration to open source LMS, an opportunity and enhancements, that is the topic. I will choose from computer, final version. Since it is a very small file, so it will be easily uploaded. Now you can see the thumbnail, and this is file name, and this is file size 2.74 MB, page count 13, word count is this much, character count this much. All the details are here. You can confirm this one, and it indicates that if you want, you can take print out of this particular information, because it may be asked later on at the time of submission of your final article or thesis. Go to assignment inbox. Since see this was a very small file, so it indicates 3%, only 3% similarity. Another will still take some time. Now the similarity index is ready for the another document also, and you can see there is a green marks, and there's yellow marks, and red also sometime. And Turnitin has configured in that way that if suppose more than 50%, it will just show you red. If less than 50%, then it will show you yellow. Less than 30%, it will show you green. So it's a Turnitin setting, default settings. So now I wanted to see the details of this similarity index, the sources from where this article is matching. Simply click on this particular title. So this is similarity tools. You should first see this one, and this is 36% it is showing. Now there is a two panel, one with right hand side, this one where your reports are there, similarity check reports and other URLs are given, and this one is right left hand side, your original articles is there. So one option I would like to highlight first, this is filter and settings. Generally actually people confuse that this word exclude source that are less than, confuse this one that it is a consecutive word, but it's not like that, and don't get confused also. Sometimes people take things in Indian context that if I will put here as per rule 14 words, it is a consecutive word, but it's not like that. It's not a consecutive word, but it's a total number of words. For example, suppose this is 28,940 words are there in this particular thesis, and if you wanted to exclude all those articles, all those sources which contains less than 200 words, for example, suppose there are so many resources which contains 200 or less than 200 words total, which matches with your this original thesis or article, and for any reason you wanted to remove all those small sources, then you can set here 200. So what system will do? System will remove all such sources which contains 200 or less than 200 words matching with your submitted article or thesis. So this is the purpose of this particular filter. And another is this percentage. So actually there is technically there is no difference. One is given in words and another is given in percentage. For example, if you wanted to exclude all those resources which is having similarity of 1% or less than 1%, then you can configure here 1 or 2 accordingly. And this word option is probably given here because they don't have option to write 1.5 like that. So in decimal you cannot write. That is the reason there is another option of filter, and that is by word. For example, this is 28,940 words and its 1% is almost 289. So if your intention is to remove by percent, then you can put here 1 and it will remove all those sources which is matching approximately 289 words or less than that. But what if you wanted to remove all the small sources less than 100 words? So there is no, you don't have option, you cannot write here in 0.5 or 0.6 something like that. That's why here is a word option, you can write here in 100 words. So this is the purpose of these two filters. You need not to confuse with consecutive words. It's a total number of matching word, your article versus the matching article. So now I will see all the matchings. Resources, you can just see this contains almost 28,940 words, but total matching sites are 143. So technically, for a better plagiarism check or similarity check, you should go through each and every links to avoid any kind of issues in future. This is the only way you should see carefully, and that is really a very lengthy task, but you have to perform for purity or any kind of dispute in future. So this first one is 8%, and the 8% matching resource is ethesis.nitrkl.ac.in. So if I wanted to see exactly what is matching with this ethesis.nitrkl.ac.in, I will simply click on this one, and in left hand panel one window will pop up, and you can see the exact words matching. So this title is matching here. Another thing is this Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical Engineering, this everything, dissertation submission, this is actually contains preface of the pages. Since this article has been written in IIT Rourkela and another persons has already submitted so many articles with similar contents, prefaces, etc. as per institute standard format, so definitely it will match, and we should actually exclude all those things because this is a common knowledge. So click on the arrow and it will display you all the links. This is the major link, ethesis.nitrkl.ac.in, major domain, and within that there is a 97 URLs. You can see that, you can see here 97 URLs which contain some similar words, similar paragraphs, similar lines, similar content with your article, but probably all this may be a common knowledge or some prefaces, etc. So suppose, but technically speaking, you should actually check each and every one, because it may happen that someone has already written some article or and deposit earlier in his or her thesis and it is matching with yours. So you should properly acknowledge that one through references, etc., or you can remove it. So all these need to be actually verified, but if you wanted to exclude all, you can simply check here exclude option, and this one exclude 97 resources. It will exclude all the resources. Now it became only 92%. Now another 9%, what I can see here, that it is a publication. It also indicates here publication student paper. So Raja Rawat, it seems to be written by the same author who have written this particular thesis. So sometimes it happens that suppose you are writing your thesis or any article, thesis probably, and in between you are submitting some, as per rules, you are submitting some article to the journals. So what happens, your journal's article is published before submission of the thesis. So, and it has been now in between, it has been archived by Turnitin. So obviously it will again check and show that this particular your contents are similar with this articles. So if you wanted to check original source, so you just click on this one and it will jump onto the original source. So this is probably IEEE site, and it clearly indicates the authors are same, and you can verify here with the years. Yeah, 2007, it is published in 2007 some volume, and it was publication date is 2016 and published in this particular volume in 2007. So you can verify that yes, this is your original work and it is a part of your thesis. So you can ignore this here and exclude from the similarity report. Now it became 25%. Again this one. So similarly you can verify again, and as already I have displayed, shown you this one. So this is Taylor and Francis website, and this seems to be again the part of that particular thesis. So we can exclude that resource also. Now it became 19%. So as and when you will exclude the resource, your Turnitin similarity index will be reduced. One now interesting thing I am showing you here, what is submitted to national. See, this is, once you will bring your cursor here, it will display also the full message of actual URL. So it is where it is submitted to National Institute of Technology Rourkela. Student paper, as discussed earlier, actually it is Turnitin repository. So someone has actually selected deposit one copy in a Turnitin student repository. So something already deposited, already available on Turnitin repository, and it is matching with your content. So if you will check here, you will find lot of 1%, lot of things available here, and probably I guess all are common knowledge. And date also, someone has submitted on 3 December 2016, and someone on 23 December, someone on 25 April 2016. So if you are sure, you can check here what is the original thing which is matching. Once you will click here, it will indicate you to download the original. So you can download this one. And see what is the resource which has been already deposited, already uploaded on Turnitin and matching with your contents. You can verify that one, and if it is yours only, then you can exclude or you can check the details. So this is the detail. One thing I would like to clarify here, that this is your repository, our repository, NIT Rourkela Turnitin. That's why we could able to open this one. But imagine a situation, someone in IIT, suppose Madras, is also using suppose Turnitin, and some student or teacher have also submitted some article on Turnitin repository. So in that case, it will display you here some matching, and it will also indicate you, instead of submitted to National Institute of Technology Rourkela, it will indicate you submitted to Indian Institute of Technology Madras. But if you will try to access their resource, it won't. It will just display a message, send a email, because that is their property, intellectual property, that is stored in a Turnitin. It won't allow you to see the full context. Here you can able to download the article because it is NIT Rourkela property. You can download and see, but that is not our property, that is someone else property. That's why instead of this message, download message, it will indicate you here send email. So email will be sent to the concerned person, those who have deposited that particular article, and if they found suitable, they can reply you. So this is another thing. You can exclude this one also. So one by one, lot of work you need to do to find out actual similarity. So similarly, these are less than 1% resources. You can see this 198 resources are there, which is matching with your this publication. Suppose I wanted to remove all those resources matching less than 1%. So as we discussed, if I will put here 1 and apply the changes, you can see only it's 4%. The reason is less than 1% resources gone. So that is the purpose of this filter. And suppose this was in Word, and here if I will put here 100 words, let's see, there will be some resources less than 1%. See, some resources are still less than 1%, but what it has done, it has removed all the resources which was less than 1%, but there was only matching of 100 words with your original article. So that's why less than 100 it has been removed, but if there was more than 100 but less than 1%, it still exists here. So that is the purpose of these two filters. Don't get confused with consecutive words. So this is all the matching resources right now, links you can see here. and this is exclude sources. Means suppose for any reason you wanted to restore all, you can again restore these resources you have already excluded from your duplicate check. If you wanted to restore, you can restore it. So now the option is download. Suppose you wanted to now you are satisfied that you have checked your similarity index properly, then you need to download the report, and for this one option is there, download, and there is 3 options of format. This is one current view, this is digital receipt, this is original submitted file. So original submitted file means it will actually simply download the original file which we have uploaded. This is digital receipt, that is simply a receipt it will give you that it may require at the time of final submission of your article or thesis. It will simply having some detail about total number of word, characters, file size, submission ID, and this is actually we need for manual checking of our similarity index. This is current view, that is exactly it will give you the report similar to this one along with the colors etc. So current view, depending upon again the file size, it may take time to download the PDF file. So that PDF file will have all these colorings, that reference number, and at last of this actually thesis there is a total links. So suppose it, for example, in the report you won't find these ones, right hand side this one, but instead of this is number 1, this is number 1, suppose this is number 11 matching. So in a report, downloaded report, at last of the pages you will see 11 and the URL, so you can understand this particular 11 number is matching with this 11 number URL. So now report is ready, we can download it and save it. Now another option is here, you can see text only report. So let's click and see this one. It is actually that whatever report we have downloaded earlier was very heavy, and this is a simple HTML file kind of thing. It's a very lightweight, easily it can be downloaded, and 7% here you can see. Here you can see the internet source is 3%, publications matching 5%, and students paper 2%. This is the detail. You can download this one also, but it is not more user friendly. As you can see, contents are not properly paragraphed as it was in original source. Here the links, matching links. So this is another format to download instead of that PDF one. So once this is over, you can just hide the side panel or remove this one. Now for example, I wanted to check this another one. Click this one, and once you will refresh this page, it will show 7% only, because you have already checked and removed all the irrelevant resources. So it became 7%, and this color has been also changed. So this is 7% only. My article, it is my article, and this is matching with DSpace only 1%. From this resource 1%. This is misravk.com. One thing I would like to highlight here, let's see what is the actual content it is matching here. So this is, you can make public reports. Okay, this one. Now suppose I wanted to see the original source, it is giving some error, means this page is not available. Why? Because this was actually my blog and I stopped actually handling this one. So it may happen sometime that resource, it will display the resource link, but you won't able to actually see the full text or the actual resource, because suppose Elsevier journals, Springer journals, like in earlier example I have demonstrated you that Taylor and Francis IEEE pages has been displayed, the full article we could able to see and verify. But suppose we are not subscribing the IEEE or Springer. In that case, actually you won't able to see the full article or the original resource from where your articles are matching. So you need to personally verify that one from some other resources. You may contact your library, but here if there is a subscription of resources by your institute, then only you can check your article or thesis with that resource. Otherwise, if it is not accessible to your institute, you could not able to see those resources. So that is another challenge for you. And sometimes what happens, students feel that this is 100% it is showing. For example, suppose instead of 1% it is showing 100%. As earlier told, if you have earlier deposited the article in a Turnitin and one copy has been saved, then it will show you 100%. So you need not to panic on this. You can simply click that one. If it is showing 100% instead of 1%, and you are very much sure that it is your earlier submitted article, you just click that one and you can remove that as in earlier examples I have shown you. So you just click this one. Suppose you wanted it is showing 100%, which is nothing but exactly your paper, then you can, for example, this is students paper, where it is, let me check, Indian Institute of Management, submitted to Indian Institute of Management, Raipur. Someone in a Raipur has submitted something which is matching with my article. So if I wanted to remove, I can remove this one. So if it is 100%, you can simply exclude this one because it is only yours. So do not need to panic on all those issues. You can tactfully handle all this. So I hope we have covered all the things related to Turnitin. And in case of any query, you may further contact to the Turnitin administrators, and a better library may help you on all those things in case of any query. And as I told you in the very beginning, actually see, this is students, grade book, libraries, calendar, discussion, preferences. So Turnitin is not only mean to actually check this your plagiarism similarity, although intention is always similarity, but beyond that one it gives some other facility. Like as I told you, if you have a group of students in a BTech final year students, you used to assign them some project work, and then you can invite them to submit in a Turnitin, and you can verify the similarity among all those projects submitted and similarity with other resources also. Accordingly, you can give them grade marks and other things, parameters, grade book, similarity check. See, very nicely these options has been given, and probably these options is used in as I know, schools in Western country also to give the grade marks to the students. So all this about the Turnitin duplicate check. So as and when if you require, you can just modify, edit the settings, this assignment if you want anything. Another, if you can overwrite it, you can immediately, instead of this immediate, you can make it immediately. Instead of no repository, you can select here this standard paper repository, etc. At any time you can check. For Grammarly, suppose I wanted to enable Grammarly feature, you can just check it, and this is advanced level, and submit here. Now see the impact of that Grammarly enable. It will show you option there for Grammarly corrections. See here, ETS, this is grammar corrections. So it will show you what are the mistakes. Loading e-rater, add feedback. So it will show you that number of words, see this words, possessive, grammar, mechanic, misappropriates, all these Grammarly mistakes. At Grammarly you need to improve. So this is the option for the Grammarly check, recently implemented by Turnitin. So I hope I have covered almost everything, and in case of any problem, you may contact with the library or the Turnitin administrator. Thanks a lot for listening this video. In case of any feedback, please don't hesitate to write me. Thanks.